So a very warm welcome to all the esteemed panel today on the platforms of ITSA, that is International Institute of Jammu and Kashmir Studies and Analysis. Myself, Varun Mansali, is the co-convener of ITSA, and today we have, we will discuss on a very important topic, which is terror financing and money laundering to fuel the insurgency. Even after abrogation of Article 370, this is a very pertinent issue, which is very pertinent and very significant at this time also, that where is the financing coming for the terror which is going on in the valley. And for that, we have esteemed guests today with us. And I'm very pleased to say that the whole platform of ITSA has been started by Brigadier Dr. Vijay Sagar Dhiman, who is behind this whole platform and who is the convener of ITSA. And the basic motive behind ITSA is to have unbiased analysis on topics which needs to have unbiased opinion, and those opinions and those analysis should go to the government also, that these solutions can be there of such issues which is the need of the hour. So I request Brigadier Dr. Vijay Sagar Dhiman to please take us forward, and please take over, sir. Over to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Varun. Thank you for your introduction. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the portals of ITSA Jammu, which is a think tank in Jammu and Kashmir. And we are committed to giving unbiased opinions and do academic research into the actual happenings and not the way they are reported elsewhere in the country after being deformed and some kind of corruptions which is taking place inside those. So today, before we go on to it, I want to tell you something very interesting story. The moment I posted the links of this particular thing and with an introduction, there's a WhatsApp group with me, which contains people from POJK and Gilgit-Baltistan, and lots of diaspora, which is already settled in US, Canada, UK, and elsewhere in Europe, also part of it. Unfortunately, wonderful. I wouldn't say wonderful, but it's a bit of an acrimonious debate started, which was very interesting. I thought I would share with you before we go further. The first first participant was from US, who probably is ex-Pakistani, and he gave a wonderful explanation. He says, Brigadier, what are you talking? J&K was never part of India. Never. I said, yeah, what are you talking? Are you aware of history? Are you aware of geography? Are you aware of even the current affairs for that matter? So that's the kind of a funny kind of incident that came up. The second thing that happened was Mr. Varinder Sharma is expected very soon. He's a member of parliament in UK Parliament. So he happened to point out to the BBC, in which they showed a map which was without the J&K, Indian map without J&K. And he, of course, spoke to the authorities in the BBC Corporation. Yes, Mr. Varinder Sharma is just joining in, and there was a whole lot of signature campaign against him by the Pakistani guys, saying that Varinder Sharma is a Labour MP who ought not have to have supported India by saying that India's J&K is a part of this thing. And then they started a signature campaign, and I guess about 1,500 people have already signed on it. So that sort of provoked my mind a bit. Then I also have started a signature campaign, giving all the details about what all happened in front of what all has happening in front of the High Commission in London. The kind of unruly behavior, it happened on 15th of August. Even the ladies were not spared, the Kashmiri ladies. And one of the Kashmiri ladies told me, she says, "Abhi tak to hame Kashmir se nikala hai, ab kya hame London se bhi nikaloge?" So this is the kind of a thing. ISI is sponsoring some kind of a narrative, and they are organizing people with lots of funding, etc., that they should go ahead and sort of do anti-India, anti-J&K, some kind of a hate campaign about everybody who belongs to India or who claims to be an Indian citizen. So such like incidents happen today itself. So I thought that before we begin with, I should mention and make a reference to these. So Mr. Vedant Sharma is already here. Sir, the petition has already reached Boris Johnson. So far, in last 2 or 3 hours, I think we've already had about 37 signatures already, sir. And we've planned to have 10,000 signatures in favor of this. So that is already there. So now this is the doing of the ISI of Pakistan, wherein they're using narco money, that the kind of narcotics that is being grown under the tutelage of ISI patrons. And they are the ones who are selling it to the rest of the world. So as it is, they are creating a problem for the world by virtue of growing and perpetuating the use of narcotics all over the world. And it is a well-known fact that the root of this narcotics is starting from Pakistan, Afghanistan, grown in Afghanistan, into Pakistan, into India, Bangladesh, and to Southeast Asia, and to the rest of the world. And all the money that is being earned by these people, that is almost a parallel economy of Pakistan. Same GDP as the entire GDP of Pakistan. So that much money they have. So they can afford to give it to the diaspora in the countries like US, Canada, UK or elsewhere in the Europe, and spend a lot of money and get a manufacturing campaign and spreading hate against Indians. So that is what they're doing. And as I told you earlier also, that during I think December 2019, I was in a seminar in Manekshaw Hall in New Delhi, where I very strongly purported that yes, why don't we also start some kind of a laboratory, information lab, wherein we also sort of firstly counter their narrative by exposing them with videos. And secondly, if required, we can also manufacture a kind of a media campaign wherein people start getting our views. And then somebody said, well, we can do it, but India is a poor country. We are not using any narco money. We are using the legitimate money. So where do we get it from? I said, okay, though it was though I'm an army guy, I shouldn't be suggesting this particular metaphor, but it is a metaphor nevertheless. I said, buy one Rafale less. You'll have 1,700 crores of money available. So this is a metaphor. I'm not going to advocate this kind by any standards. But if we can always find money if we have the will to do it. So that is the particular thing. So same thing what is happening in J&K. The hapless people are dying. Unfortunately, the guys who are the perpetrators, nothing happens to them. They are in well safe locations, in the air-conditioned locations, having best of everything. The children are perfectly parked elsewhere in the world, doing very good education, and all their assets all being looked after by somebody or the other. Whereas the hapless Kashmiri, whether it's from Jammu or from Srinagar or from any other part of J&K, Ladakh, or even Gilgit-Baltistan or POJK, they are the ones who are suffering. They are the ones who have been devoid of any kind of a prosperity, any kind of a livelihood, any kind of human rights, any kind of liberties, any kind of independence. So with this, all happening because some Ziaul Haq started Operation Topak, that okay, I cannot defeat India in a conventional warfare, so let me take on the bleeding India by 1,000 cuts. And let's promote our jihad or Ghazwa Hind philosophy in a manner that starts from Kashmir, goes down to Jammu, goes on to Punjab, Haryana, and then finally Delhi. And so much so their sight, if you all remember, like in 71 war or even 65 war, we had enough number of PWs telling us, hey, look, when the op order was given out and the plan was given to the soldiers, which is the normal practice, they would also say, okay, subah ka nashta Jaisalmer mein hoga, dopaher ka lunch Jaipur mein hoga, aur Jumme ki namaz Jama Masjid mein padhi jayegi, Lal Kile mein padhi jayegi. So these kind of things are already been coming. So that is how they made the narratives. Now we have to expose this particular ISI nexus, especially in Jammu and Kashmir. Like we had enough number of incidents wherein, like, there was an inter-border trade which was stopped later for this reason. There was somebody from Jammu, a trader, who would send some fruits to let's say, POJK. Let's say like modus operandi at that time, ED told us that suppose he sent the foods for 10 lakh rupees consignment, but he showed it as a 50 lakhs consignment. So 50 lakhs came into the account of this guy. So he was told, okay, you were supposed to give you 10 lakhs, you keep 20 and give 30 to so and so, so and so. And that money goes into the valley for funding the terrorists. So similarly, they had another incident. They told us that they're establishing a travel agency in Srinagar, which says that we will conduct the travel itineraries. So they would have groups coming. So each group would pay $10,000 each. They might get $1 million. And then the clause is, in case you cancel this tour, the money will be forfeited. So obviously, the tour had to be cancelled. So money remains with the handler in Kashmir, Srinagar. And then he is told, okay, keep so much with you. That is your money. That's your reward. And this is the money can be distributed to so and so, so and so, so and so. And then there was an organized industry of stone pelting by the students. Or if some militant dies, the funeral procession, the rudalis, the sympathizers, nare lagane wale, so they would have some kind of a boli lagegi. Like it's a tender process. If somebody says I'll do it in 10 lakhs, somebody the next year says 9 lakhs, so 9 lakhs gets the contract. So he's supposed to organize, let's say, 500 stone pelters, 20 rudalis, 1,000 people who are in the procession. So such like cases are there and plenty. So I would think today it is not my day, but we have esteemed panelists, we have esteemed speakers like Mr. Kuldeep Kunda. You all know he is a ex-DGP and a very, very accomplished officer with lots and lots of achievements to his credit, and has done a wonderful job. And he also is a son of soil who knows J&K backwards. So welcome, sir. I would request you to take on. But before that, I would also welcome Mr. Karnal Singh. He is again a very accomplished and very, very decorated police officer who's served entire India, and he has a very, very in-depth knowledge and very good hand on insurgencies, how they spread, how are they funded, how are they sort of perpetrated. So today we have these two very esteemed officers who will tell experiences, who will tell us what exactly happens, and of course they will also tell us how do we get rid of it. And I welcome the rest of the panelists, Mr. Jandayal, Mr. Anand, Mr. Virendra Sharma, Mr. Christie, Kanika, Shubham, Rajan, people who would be asking questions to our esteemed panelists. So whatever comes to your mind, whatever doubts that you have, whatever confusions that you get, you please try and clarify with them after they've spoken.
Please like and subscribe.